Be coming for me.
Oh man.
All right, so how you do this? You go on there?
Yeah, I'm going live. I'm doing a live right now. It's almost
So you like
on.
this one better?
Damn. It is on. I like, there we go. We live right there.
Hey everybody.
I like the features of this better. I think I like Instagram just because I'm used to it.
Oh yeah. Change is uncomfortable. That's one of the things we're gonna talk about today.
Very much so. You hear that? I gotta mute this because it's like a 10-15 second lag.
So it's gonna look like this the whole time?
Yeah, so because you and I are in Zoom.
Okay.
That's where Zoom is talking to YouTube to connect to YouTube. Happy Winning Wednesday. Hey. So like if you was to pull up YouTube now, you got YouTube on your phone or your laptop or something?
I'm about to put it up now.
Okay. Go to the HeartSmiles YouTube and you'll see us on there now. But it's like a 10-15 second delay. So I muted on YouTube and just talk to you on Zoom.
Get to know me. That's the everyone sheet on it.
So that way for our viewers, it don't confuse them. Like it sounds like a regular conversation for them because they don't know that it's lag.
Yeah. So people are already on there because I see you talking about Happy Winter Wednesday.
Yeah, we got a couple comments already. When you pull up,
I'm on it. So oh yes, you got my picture, but they can't see nobody.
They can't see you.
Yeah, you gotta push it down a little bit so everybody can see it. So how do I?
No, I see you. What you mean?
No, on the HeartSmiles picture. When I go to HeartSmiles, you don't see all of them. I'm already subscribed with them.
You talking about the channel picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because of how they let you do like the view. Okay.
So we on there. You're not subscribed. I was subscribed. I'm not subscribed.
That's the thing I don't like about it. It's a little bit that y'all get the messages late. I know it's because of the lag, Ma. We're gonna work on that. I don't know how we can fix that, but earlier when you saw me, you was like, "You doing another live?" And I was like, "No, I'm just checking out features." That's one of the things I was trying to figure out to see if we could.
All right. So I'm on Heart. So I go to YouTube, right?
So then you should see it say live now. You should see it say live now.
Since I don't see it, I'm gonna just have to go through you. Yeah, let me see your phone real fast. See if you could go through there and see if it say live now.
Yeah, you should be able to see it on your laptop too. Like when you go to it, it show you HeartSmiles, it show you the subscribers, show you the videos, and the first one say Winning Wednesday live now.
I'm telling you, sister, I'm looking at it. That's not what I got. Oh, it does. I'm sorry. Oh, let me get my life together because I see myself.
Yeah.
Muted. Yeah, I see it now.
Miss England is on here with us, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, squad. So how can I do this and get to? What?
Who's she talking to like that? Not my sister.
You come over here, just be a part of it over here. Come over here. I ain't put my face on. You don't gotta put your face in, just come and say. All right, so today, Winning Wednesday, y'all. It's Winning Wednesday. Praying all is well to the families right now and to our young people. I miss you too, babe. Please get my number so we can connect. Winter Wednesdays, when you see me, hardcore, y'all, hardcore. Mess it all up, man. All right, so let's get to it. So today we will be talking about anxiety, right? Anxiety is our topic today, And we want to know, like, everybody don't understand anxiety occurs when change come. And right now we dealing with a lot of changes. Can you put on your phone? Because I have to do this. Sorry, y'all. Anxiety comes when change occur. And right now, I wanted to see tell me how y'all feeling right now, because this is change. And it's change for everybody in the world, just not what's going on in your home, but this is just a whole different change. As school's about to be online, your grades about to be impacted, your home about to be impacted. I'd like to know how y'all feeling right now. So let's talk about that. I'm gonna give me some questions. Oh goodness, I need my allergies messing up, so please forgive me. Okay. Calm down. Go back over. Okay.
Yeah, this is a serious topic, man.
Yeah, this is a real serious topic.
How you doing?
And excuse me, y'all, I have allergies, so y'all gonna see me keep blowing my nose. I don't want to be rude to anybody, but my allergies is acting up. Exactly. I want you, this topic is serious. And then one thing I want us to know is anxiety comes when change occur. And if we can move through your broken heart, your abandonment, and all of this distractions outside of this, you'll be changing your mindset because you're moving differently now, right? So what do that look like? It makes you uncomfortable. And why are we on this topic? Because when we going through anxiety and going through change and going through all the other things and the distraction, we build a soldier. And with that soldier is something inside of you that needs to come out. You start birthing your mission in life. So what does that look like? So I'm going to put on the computer. I'm trying to learn how to do this, y'all. So bear with me. Next week, I'll be a little bit swabby. But one of the things we have to do when you're talking about change and mindset, first we have to develop our personal mission. What is your personal mission in life? And why would this goes to anxiety? Because now we have taken our distractions off of what is going on currently and going in within ourselves, our souls. So what is your personal mission? What are the things that you want to accomplish, but you just don't know how within you to the world? What is those things? And while we are home for these next 4 to 6 weeks, we have nothing but time to develop these tools. So I see. I understand that, and then that's a great point. You see the comments, Joni, I'm reading?
Yeah, something I will say that changed and giving me anxiety is school. They said it might be summer school for me, being bullied all year again, and dealing with this in the summer will make me mad, and I will feel uncomfortable when I'm not ready to adapt to the change of having school in the summer. That's real, man.
That's so real. But this is the time for you to get prepared for that. This is the time to change your mindset of not worrying about what could happen in the summer. Because we could change the ending of that story when we change your mindset of how I can be prepared for that, right? So what do that looks like? Start writing down the things that's in your control. If you're thinking that you're being bullied for I'm trying to think of some reason why. Say if you think that the bullying comes because you don't feel like you are wanted, or you feel abandoned, or you don't have any friends. Let's start working on a plan for that. So that we can now change your mindset where you're not focusing on being bullied. Now you're focusing on how to build yourself up to not to be a target. So let's work on that. And one of that is, again, when we go back to our anxiety and change and discipline. While you're home for these weeks, think about what is your personal mission. So if I go from that, it would be my personal mission is to go to school during the summer and not be a target to be bullied. And sometimes I'm not saying we make ourselves a target, because bullies do have their own insecurities, and they see some goodness in you that want them to come and pick because they're not strong enough to be who you are. And I think people don't realize that. Sometimes we get bullied because just of the things that we have inside ourselves that are greatness that we don't see when we walk in a room, but other does. So we have to start building that up. And what do that look like? I want you to start writing a plan. Start writing about your bullying. Journal. Start journaling your feelings, because that's one of the steps when it says what we'll be talking about is how do we get out of this space and mindset? We journal, because as you journal, you'll go back next week and look what you wrote about, and then you'll start writing agendas and topics and things to create your plan, what you want out of life. Do we have another one before I move on? Did I answer your question?
I said I got bullied because they feel like I snitched and it was a miscommunication. And then you got another comment. I get anxiety thinking about what would happen if we run out of resources and people will turn to crime just to survive. Oh my God.
God, yeah.
That just hit me because you know what? Yeah, because I saw that post where the kids were saying, like, yo, let's just go commit crimes because they don't have enough police or whatever, and crimes are now free. Like, let's get guns and all this. And I'm just like, yo, really?
Yeah. It's people's mindset, and they don't feel any better when you have movies and social media who putting out movies to have us in fear. And this whole surge communication was going with the virus. Some of the communication is really to get us distracted. Yeah. And to have us to think like that. So I would say for that anxiety that you're having, I know this is a long thing that I'm missing to think about, but one thing I would say is, see if you could come up with a plan. If that happened, what would you do in your household to keep y'all safe? What are some of the things that you can control to do that? Let me see. Oh goodness.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And you know what? I definitely can understand, people being fearful, whatever. One thing I always say is that you can't live in fear.
No.
Especially if you're somebody who believes in your purpose and believes in, a higher purpose. Like, you just can't live in fear, regardless of how bad things may seem.
And faith is over fear is always, believe me, give you a peace of mind. Fear have you worrying in a rocking chair going nowhere. Faith have you in peace, having you sitting down trying to realize and figure out, how can I get through my next mission in life? How do I get over this? And where do I go? And what do I do? And that's one of the reasons, again, in these next 6 weeks, instead of us focus on the negative, let's focus on what's inside us that we could bring out. And how would that look is putting strategies together. Yeah. Anxiety, again, y'all, it does two things. It's definitely appears with change, but it also do two things in life. It either bring you out to be a great person or have you worrying where you're going nowhere. And we have to figure out the tools and the ingredients that pushes you out to the next level. Where in these 6 weeks, you're talking about how we get supplies and foods, where you starting now researching these resources that's out here. There's a lot of online people doing a lot of stuff, and people are not sharing those community resources. So if you're afraid, start gathering that and make a list for your families and say, here's this resources. This person is doing that. Let me know. I have a lot of community resources. I do it every day. That's all I do. Get community resources and send it back out to the community. Because I want to make sure that my people have what they need spiritually, mentally, and physically during this time of this virus. Mm-hmm. Who else we have? I see stuff else coming in.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. I just need a little faith. And then definitely the only thing fear does is hold you back from your greatness.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
People don't understand fear. I know, because fear will have you not moving and standing in the same place, and you think you're moving and you look up in the same place in 10 years. Ask me, I know. Ask me, I know. Walking out and being able to get, or you have to get past. I see the thing about fear is, I tell y'all this all the time, when y'all first born, y'all born with everything. Fear was not even in your conscience when you're a baby. Fear comes from as you grow up in your environment and all the things that hit your environment. So if you're growing up in a household that's not not, having a lot of distractions, that brings down your level of everything you had, your fear, your happiness, it brings it down. If you came up with abandon, it brings it down. So eventually we have to build all of that up from all of our years. And so I always say, come on now, faith over fear all the time. Ask me, I'm a testimony. It works.
Yeah.
Let me see what else we have.
Yeah. People hate positivity at my school. They want to see fights, drama, people crying, being hurt. This world is very wicked. I'm just thanking God that he removed all my painful thoughts.
There we go. That's the first thing.
Yeah. So yeah. And I'm thankful he wakes me up every day because I can go to sleep and not wake back up. I'm thankful for every breath I got. Anxiety when I feel like I'm not doing enough to help our communities. Man.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. And I just posted something on my Instagram and I said, my tea is a testimony. When people look at it, the tea is a testimony. So that's a testimony. So now you know what's around your surroundings with nothing but negativity. Now it's time to do some online, speaking the truth and helping other people. Because right now is the time to speak out and be okay, because there's people at home feeling the same way. And they need an outlet. They need somebody to know they went through it so they can try to find those steps. So you can be that person. You could be that person to lift somebody else up, to help other people. Listen, there's a lot of things you could do online nowadays to get this moving. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. That's the first step. I can't wait to see what's next week, what you got for me.
Yay.
You know what I mean? What else we got? All
right. Yeah, my tea is a testimony. I like it. Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'm telling y'all. And you got to find your personal mission in life, right? How do we develop that? And some of y'all, we did this on Winning Wednesdays, but those who have not been a part of that, it's time. Because we don't have nothing but time. So we can sit and figure out what is your personal mission? What do you want to accomplish? When you leave the earth, what is your legacy? Do you just want people to say, oh, I seen Miss England was nice. She knew how to talk. Like, no, when I met my friend, I want a party. I want everybody to get up and be like, man, let me tell you about this legacy. She had me one day rethinking about this and this. Like, this is what we need to be passing on our generations. Your family, some people in your family died and they had dreams and they had so much hope, but they ain't do nothing with it. So it died with them. It's time to bring all of everything that's been going in your family. It's time to bring it back. Bring it to life. What is your legacy? What do you want to leave? What do you want people to say about you when you're not in the room or when you're down on the earth, when you're not here anymore? Mm-hmm. It's time for us to serve, but we have to start with ourselves first. Do we have any more comments before? Because y'all know I could preach forever.
No, we good on the comments right now. Yo, Miss England is on it, man.
So how do we do that? First, when we talk about changing our mindset and working with anxiety, because I'm gonna tell you, anxiety is nothing but a voice in our head that said we can't. So every time they say, look, that water over there is blue and it's clean, but the anxiety saying, no, you can't get over there because it's telling you so many steps why you can't get to the blue water, right? So what you have to do in your mind, as soon as you hear those voices, start asking, why I can't get to the blue water? Because I have this tool, I can walk. But why I can't get to the blue water? Because then the anxiety said, no, you still can't get there. Well, why I can't get there? Because I can see. So you have to start talking back to that anxiety and start understanding that when we're comfortable, we're not in the right place. If you home right now, got your feet up and you chilling and having a good time and you doing TikTok, whatever it's called, and you having a good old time and you doing that, we need to get uncomfortable. Because uncomfortable will birth something out of you that you've never seen. It brings greatness. It disciplines you. It allows you to become a legend. You have to start writing and journaling and stuff down every day. And I'm not saying you got to do it all day, every day. We can't be a Joni, you know, work all day. I know I can, yo. I need breaks. But you got to find a way, though. If you can say you want to start off 20 minutes this week, the next week, I'm going to dedicate 40 minutes to myself. But figure it out. Because in this 6 weeks, it's going to come back. And when we come back, just imagine what you're coming back to. You're going to come back to kids that were just a little bit angry, a whole lot angry. Because you don't know what's going on in their house that made them angry to come to school every day. You're going to come back with the teachers that they're going to be overly loved. They're going to give you so much love because they miss y'all. It's going to be so much that's going on, and it's going to be so much distraction that if you don't focus yourself before you get there, you're going to be lost on all the distractions, and you're going to forget about who you are. This is the time. This is the time to understand who you are. So when we get back to reality, which is going to look different, y'all. I'm keep telling y'all, it's going to look different. Yeah. When we get back, I need you to be aligned with the universe. Because if you're not aligned, all it takes is one person to whisper in your ear or say something, and you back to where you was with anxiety. You back in a relationship with anxiety. You back in a relationship with depression. You back in a relationship and not loving yourself. We got to get out of that. You are wonderful, made in his image. Everybody, don't matter who you believe in. Just know that. But you got to figure out what's the image. You have to develop that. And the only way to do that is fight your fears. See, when it Wednesday, they think I forgot because, you know, we ain't going to see each other. I thought you're going to have to look in the mirror. But they don't know we got June. And that might be the first back when a Wednesday they come in there like, hey, how y'all doing? And I'm gonna have a mirror and everybody gonna have to look in the mirror and talk about how much they love themselves through their eyes.
Yeah. Ma said, oh my God, Miss England, I love you. This just hit me. As I said, bring something that the people behind us can carry on, talking about the legacy. And it's crazy you hit on that because me and Miss Mo this morning, we were talking about like, leaving a legacy and stuff. So it's very timely, this conversation you having now. It just ties all in together.
That's what's up. I mean, when I was thinking about what we could do this week, I called some heartbeats and was like, all right, y'all, what y'all want to hear? And one of the things they was talking about is changing their mindset. And so when I sat back and thought about what can I actually be talk about that's valuable on Winning Wednesdays, they really get people thinking when I'm not around, right? Not just while I'm on here for this hour, but I'm talking about when I'm gone and y'all by yourself and y'all in your room. And I thought about it and I was like, I started journaling. Every time I watched something on TV, I was writing it down. And one thing, it talks about legacies. And they said during the time of anxiety, it birthed greatness if you're focused. And I thought that was like, wow, you know, that's tough. And I realized too, and I experienced this recently, and Joni could say that, like, even when sometimes, and when we go back to the young guy who said he been bullied, our boy, and he said, you know, it's an anxiety, but then I realized too, sometimes when we are moving to the next level in our life, and we think it's this anxiety, it's really like a divorce. Because, and why I say that is because you're breaking that. You're no longer a part of that. So you got to grieve. And the grieving, we look at like, oh my God, why I'm crying, like why I'm grieving and why I'm going through so much. And it's only because, you know, we're moving to the next level. Yeah. And to move to the next level, you have to grieve and let things go that's in the past. And it's like a breakup. But we never talk about that as people. We just say, oh, move on. You know, life be had. No, it is really a process. And I don't care what it is. If it's you moving on to it, moving with another relationship or another job, it's a process because we are humans. We are connected in this world. And if we don't do that, what I realize is we move on anger. Because we have so much anger from us, from past things that we just whip and keep it moving, keep it moving. And then you go somewhere else and they like, oh, Miss England's so nice. And then I say, but they're like, what the hell? It's because I never processed.
Yeah, no, that's real. And can I add on something too that you said about mindset? Yeah. So, like, if people really are really concerned and serious about having their mindset in like a focused and productive state, like you got to be conscious at all times about what you're doing with your mind. Like, what are you consuming? And it's crazy that, so for our success sessions, right, today, we up to about almost like 70 kids or so who have watched it, between like watching the live and watching the replay. Very, very little of them are like our consistent heartbeats, except for aside from a few of them. So it's like, how y'all saying that I want my mindset to be right, but yet you're not positively engaging yourself in things that's going to help you keep your mindset right? Because if you just laying around all day or involved in unproductive conversation or being one of the consumers, because right now, especially in the age of Rona, you got two types of people. You got people that's creating and people that's consuming. People like us right now, we create because we understand that there's a need for the people who want to be successful to have something to be successful, but everybody else consuming. So it's like, ask yourself, what are you consuming? Are you consuming junk music that ain't helping you? Like, if you were serious about your business, yeah, you would be on here talking about your business, moving forward with your business. If you were serious about being successful or whatever, you would be here with productive people working and moving. So it's like, you don't got nobody to blame if your mindset go off track. Yeah, because you're not investing in that. It's like leaving the baby alone.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't doing nothing.
I agree. And I always tell Winning Wednesdays all the time, like, don't wear the mask for me on Wednesday and act like you winning.
Exactly.
You know, don't wear the mask for me. When I ain't here, you know, and Joni ain't here, we need to know if you really winning. And that's one of the things, like, this is right here, test two. Because you do got to watch what you listening to and what's going on and what conversations you engage to, because all of that is a part of your mindset. That's the process of developing who you are, right? So I'm not saying, because y'all know I'm honest. I get up and I look at my Sir T.D. Jakes and I get her in my mind. And then maybe later on I might do look at a little hip hop, but I already trained my mind for the day.
Yeah, you got yourself set.
Yeah, so you got to understand those boundaries. And then who you conversating with. Because sometimes I notice now that I have my mind trained that I don't even engage in things that don't even put no value in my life.
You can't.
I'm even reconsidering friendships.
Yeah. Yep.
Because if every time I call you and you want to just keep talking about, oh, everything that's wrong, I tell you one thing, yeah, this happened, and you want to keep talking about what's wrong, then I don't need to have a conversation. Because I don't look for pity. I'm looking for people to build. So this is the time. I'm telling you, this right here will show you who people are. It will show you who organizations are. It will show you who your friends are. It will show you your relationships. This time right here is time to get out a tool and evaluate every relationship that you have, because it's time.
Absolutely, man. Your comments blowing up. Shalon said, preach that word. Life is a process. Absolutely. Ma said, what are some words that can help people that builds anger in their body and anxiety? How can we be more productive and mature with our mind? And Shalon again said, what's some things I can do?
Let me catch up.
Oh, all right. My man, I'm just rolling.
Jesus. You let me catch up. Let's go with that. Go out. Thank you, Shalon. I appreciate you. Now we're the one about the productive. I want to go to that one so I can go down and respond.
Oh, I gotta answer this one. The last
you got it.
No. This the third one. This from Stinker. It say, how can I make myself useful during this time I feel useless? So when we get to that one, get that one. I got something to say about that one.
You ready to call me? You right here, but we're gonna let go with it. I'm glad she's honest. See, I'm right here.
Look. Yo, it starts with being honest.
Yeah, I ain't mad. So, what words can help? Oh gosh, now that everybody want to jump on, what words can help the people to build an anger? Right, that's what we at. Mm-hmm. So one of the things you could do is, as Joni said, is really watch what you're consuming. And I'm telling you, what I do sometimes too, if people are in front of me and I'm uncomfortable and they talking about things I want to be a part of, I start looking up on things on Google. Mindset. I download the Calm app. When I'm going to sleep, I put that on sometimes to calm my mind and get myself together. Start looking at, and I'm gonna see if I could find some stuff that I could send to Joni for just on anxiety and how do you move forward and changing the mindset. But it's definitely stuff that you can Google that is right at our fingertips. It's apps that you can do. But definitely, Joni doing something from 9 to 3. Get on each one of them.
Yeah, 10.
Don't tell 10. Well, get your up.
Yeah.
Get your up. Okay. She got the one from last night if you ain't see it. Okay. You can do it from 9. There you go. So
you ain't lying though.
Listen, it's a lot. I mean, all you have to do is tune in. Everybody think it's so hard. Just tune in. And I'm telling you, it'll work. And I'll see what else if I could send some things to Joni. What was the next one?
The next one is, what are some things I can do for my program since schools are closed? That's Shalal. You know, he got the basketball program.
Yeah, Shalal. One thing I was thinking about, you can do a little podcast like what Joni doing now, or do house party with your kids and start, doing little projects. The lady at my job just sent me some things for people to do that's in sports to do at home. I'm gonna send it to you, Shalal. So make sure you text me your email. And what you can do is do house party with them. Get on there, that app, and start doing exercise with them. Talk to them, because the same thing y'all dealing with, these young people dealing with too. The thing is, they are younger, so their parents probably telling them, be quiet. Don't, because I know I'm over here with Ava sometimes, like, girl, don't talk. I need some time, right? So they probably need something to do. It's a broadcast, a podcast, I'm sorry, Shalal, for young kids as well. I'll send that over to you too for elementary schools. It's a lot that we could do. Text me and I got you, Shalal. I'll help you with that. Tiara, I think Joni want this one.
Yeah, let me get that one, man, because this is crazy. First of all,
oh my gosh,
you a whole boss. No, ain't no oh my gosh, you ain't getting away from this. First of all, you a whole boss, and you got other people who are looking up to you. It is unacceptable to be running a project and you haven't even reached out to your people to at least see if they okay during this hard time of, Rona and everything else that people are dealing with. You can't possibly feel useless. And if you do, you got to fight that spirit of the enemy, because a useless person would not ever be able to lead no HeartSmiles project, would not ever be able to lead something as important as youth voices and youth podcast situation. You got other people looking at you. So even when you feel weak, you got to fight that and look and say, you know what? Not only do I have a job to do because I own this, I got other people who are dependent on me to be able to pave the way. You are the first person to do something like this in Baltimore in terms of youth voices on this particular project. And also, I gave you tasks to do. And not only did you not get them done yet, you ain't even check in with me to say, oh, I need some help, or oh, I'm stuck right here. I gotta hit you up to find out that you're waiting on the email. That's not being a boss at all. Bosses gotta be proactive. Bosses gotta tighten up on communication. And at the very least, don't post nothing dumb when you ain't done your business yet. I should not be on the gram. First thing I see, oh, a shout out for a shout out, a like for a like. Huh? What topic should we talk about for this podcast? Or who got an idea, or who want to jump on my live and talk about how you dealing with this Rona crap, or how you dealing with not being in school or being separated from friends? Man, you a boss, and you got to stop just saying it and really start doing it, because if not, anything else makes you a hypocrite.
Mm. Yeah, I don't have nothing to say on that. I think you hit it all.
Yo, she too valuable.
She is, and that's the thing. I think what our young people don't understand is the enemy busy.
Real busy.
And if you allow him, again, to sneak in and do things, I keep telling y'all, if you don't do nothing else, watch the movie The Messenger. It talks about this, how people just like us have ideas and been through things, and how the enemy sneak in your ear and allow you to do things. And next thing you know, two weeks later, you like, how did I get here? I was just productive. I was just ready. Absolutely. And now look, how did I get here? Something else for y'all to watch is on Netflix, The Messenger. One of the best movies I could say that I ever seen since I've been on this Rona. Absolutely. One of the best.
Yo, and it make people like me feel like I'm not doing my job, or I haven't done enough, because we're not doing this for you to depend on us forever.
Exactly.
So this is the time for y'all to really step up. This is the time for y'all to show what leadership is about and what you've been learning all this time. Like if everything just straight die and you do nothing just because we can't see you physically, then basically we might as well just quit our jobs and just hang everything up, retire HeartSmiles right now, because you know what? We ain't working. We ain't doing our part. Poverty is a business. And while some people get paid for you to feel useless and get paid for you to still be stuck in the rut, we don't have that mentality. And that ain't what we about. We don't want you to need us forever. We don't want you to have to depend on a Thursday. A Thursday is nice. A Wednesday is nice, but we don't want you to depend on that. Depend on yourself. Depend on yourself, man. How you going to help other people and how you want to be the positive light in this city if as soon as Wednesdays and Thursdays gone, you gone right along with it. That's crazy. And there's no excuse for nobody who claim to be a heartbeat that you ain't at least chime in any one of these days for these success sessions. 10 to 3 is a long time. I'm not even saying you got to sit there the whole entire time.
Why? They ain't got nothing else to do.
Because it can get a little, I mean, yeah, a lot of them don't, but you know what? Even if you can't, it's no reason for you not to be chiming in and doing something productive, because I promise you, you ain't doing nothing else. Call my bluff on it. You ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. And so we just regrouped that and broke that spirit real fast.
We got to, man.
Yeah.
We got to.
So I know what I need to do in my house with my oil. You know,
you better get it together. You got 2 bosses in there. I ain't even jump on hardcore yet because she already know.
She right here talking about she want to post something, but after you said that, she her fingers stopped moving.
Yeah, no, post it. Don't be scared. Post it, because I will drag you too, because it's plenty of stuff that you could be doing with your music, with your YouTube and everything else, man. It's no reason you ain't gone viral 5-6 times by now with all that talent you got. Too much talent, y'all. Give it to me if you don't want it.
Yeah, for real. Give it to me. I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yo, give it to me.
Can you run your classes? What he talking about?
His entrepreneur classes.
Yeah, why not? Do it online.
Still run them in April now. Well, we were contracted to do entrepreneur classes. So I was going to hire him to actually run it so that he can get the money for running the classes.
Yeah, that'd be smart.
So it depends on how they want to do it. So I think now that everybody's looking at us kind of as the model for the online training for community, I think that they thinking about moving towards online. So she sent me an email and said, we're going to try to move to an online platform. So if we do that, I was gonna hit up Shalal, but ain't nobody really heard or seen from no Shalal. So I ain't know, where he was at.
Well, I have. I ain't gonna lie. I know exactly where he at. All I know.
But if they do online, I got a whole team with him.
He got a whole team.
But if they do online, I'm gonna let my man make this money. I'm gonna let him make that money. But you're gonna have to be committed to it, man. More committed than what you are right now. Like you really gonna have to step up and be committed. Because not only are you getting paid for it, people are gonna be dependent on you to still make it impactful.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, just because y'all feeling this type of way, feeling useless, feeling like, there's a lot going on, I'm telling y'all, that's the even more reason to jump up and do your thing, because that means you got something great. And the devil is putting all these things in your head. See, like if she produced, she gonna save millions. If he produced, he gonna save millions. I gotta hurry up and make him depressed. I got to hurry up and stress him out, because once he get moving, I'm scared, because it doesn't just affect you. It's a legend inside you guys. And if you don't let it out, I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling y'all, this movie talks about it. It don't really talk, it shows us, like, if you don't do that, you know how many people will be stuck because you didn't birth or you didn't act during the time because you saying you're going to do something. Listen, I go do something every day, but I got to fight it. I mean, my knees hurt, but I still got to get up and walk.
Yeah.
So we got to figure it out. How can we stay positive or focused when everything feels like it's falling apart?
That's a great question.
So, How do we stay positive? You got to start focusing on and consuming what Joni said. Y'all got to start figuring out what triggers y'all. What triggers your mind to start thinking positive? Is it songs or, what is it that's positive that brings and births something out of you when you're done, you feeling great? You got to start figuring out who you are. Because as Joni said, we only here Wednesdays and Thursdays and maybe sometimes during the week. Can't depend on us. You got to learn how to depend on yourself. And to do that, it takes some real soul searching inside of who you are. I'm talking about you got to deep. You got to forgive some people that hurt you. You got to forgive some people that walked away. You got to let go some broken hearts. It's definitely a relationship building within yourself. And you're going to grieve. Because some of them feelings that you're going to let go, they're going to die. So you're going to have to grieve that. But it's a process. And it takes time. You got me another one?
Yeah, can I add on to that one too?
Yes, please add on.
Yes, staying positive or focused when everything feels like it's falling apart. It is definitely easier to stay focused than it is to stay positive, but it's still a balance. So I would say with the focus, give yourself things to do. Give yourself productive things to do. I know for me personally, like when I was first starting my business, the devil was attacking me like crazy. So it was imperative that I kept myself on track as far as things that I wanted to do. So you got to say, what do I want to get done today? And work on those things. Like, don't close your eyes to go to sleep until you get those things done. And that's going to help you stay productive. As far as staying positive, give yourself some grace. The best thing you can do is recognize when you aren't feeling positive, and then try to do some things that will help you cope with it, but don't use that as an excuse to stop moving. I don't care how angry you are, how mad you are, how depressed you are, you take the next step. I don't care how much you crying, I don't care how bad your head hurt, how bad your heart hurt, you still take the next step, because that's where you end up being stuck when you have those negative feelings and you don't move. Get yourself in the habit of moving. And this is why I preach so much about discipline over motivation, because when you discipline, it don't matter how you feel, you still want to take the next step. You ain't gonna be sitting around talking about I ain't got nothing to do and I ain't focused, because you discipline. So you're gonna do it whether you feel like it or not.
Yeah, kudos. That's a good one. That helped me just now, Joni. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate this whole conversation right here. Like,
discipline over motivation. That's true. Because motivation is only temporary.
Motivation will leave you high and dry every single time. Like, bye.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take, that's like 80% of the reason why I don't work with adults, because they depend too much on motivation. They be so motivated to start their business. They be so motivated to reach their goals. And then after like a month, y'all, you can't find them.
Yeah.
And I ain't got time. Yeah, the kids hard enough. So I can't deal with adults like that and kids like that. At least I know with kids, you got a small window of a few years that we can work with you.
Right.
But that's a good. It's like, nah, you got to be ready to nap.
Yeah, that's a good one. Someone on here talking about the board meeting. I think y'all have on Friday, Joni.
Man, I told him we going to update Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't be coming on Miss England Wednesday talking about the board meeting.
Man,
disrespectful.
Yo, he be trying it. He know I love him. It's all right though. He tried it. That's why he need to stay on. He can be focused.
Yeah.
Let's get you focused, sir.
Right. Yes. Let's get you focused.
Yes. Oh, I love them. I never thought about motivation like that. That's right there, serious. That got me thinking about some things. Because you're right. Motivation is only temporary. Yeah.
Ditch it. Leave motivation alone. Don't even be motivated about nothing. It don't help. It trick you. It trick you into thinking that that's what you really want and that you can do it. Motivation tricks you. Discipline is the reality. Am I disciplined enough to do this? Yes, y'all. I swear that is why I hate going to the gym January and February. I don't go to the gym January, February, because all the New Year's resolution people, you can't get a machine. All the lockers be full.
They motivated.
They motivated. Come March though, all the machines empty. I can get on my favorite machine. I can go to my favorite locker, number 56. Like, yo, Yo, January and February, no.
So y'all see that we can tell it. Well, listen, Joni can. I just caught on, but Joni can tell it different from discipline and motivation.
Absolutely,
that's real.
My people who've been with me long enough know, like, that's one of the first things I talk about when I meet somebody, anybody, kid, adult, whatever. That's one of the first conversations, like that and mindset. Because if you don't have those two, then we can't move.
Hey, Taylor.
Lord say, I'm ready, Mama Joni. I just had to fix myself. But I got people asking me about the classes and everything, so I'm ready and I'm committed.
That's
Y'all
right.
hear that? Somebody screenshot that comment. He ready and he
sure
committed.
Will, because I don't want you to be motivated now.
Hey, yo, I will motivate you right in your eye. If you ain't serious. Yo, if you really serious for real, here's my deal. Lock in your 15 people that's going to attend your class, and they're going to commit to attending your class virtually. We're going to do your class just like this. Just like this. We're going to stream it. They're going to be able to join in, but they got to be committed to joining in. Lock in them 15 people. When you get them 15 people, send me your names, and then we're going to talk. Matter of fact, you got the link for them to sign up, so you ain't even got to send me no names. Have them sign up on that link. Tell me when to check it, and I'll check it. Make sure you got 15 solid confirmed. And if you're ready, then my commitment is that we're going to get that moving for you.
So it seems like out of this, so far, we got 2 projects should be moving up by tomorrow, right?
Yeah, basically.
The podcast.
Yesterday for Stinker.
Yes. Yeah, so we should be seeing stuff moving, right? Okay.
Yeah, we should definitely be seeing stuff moving, man. You either a consumer or a creator during this Rona time. Be a creator.
Consumer or creator. Taylor, let me know what's up with you. What you doing? She's selling vendors. I don't know. I'm about to say, what you doing, Taylor?
Yo, Taylor was with us early this morning. She even got on the live and told her personal testimony and was dropping.
Yes, Taylor. How did I miss that? Yeah. I'm proud of you, Taylor. There you go. You disciplined. Yeah. I'm proud of you, sis.
Yeah. And
really proud of you.
Yeah. Shalala said that's true about motivation because I use music for mine, but when the music gone, I don't even be motivated. So I used your cuss outs and stuff, discipline to work harder. And, yeah.
But listen, Shalala, should she patent that to send out to other people at this point?
Hey, yeah. That's true, though. That's true, but I ain't trying to cuss you out forever, man. Just get it done. Yeah. You already know, yo. You one of the top leaders in HeartSmiles. Like when people say, who are the leaders in HeartSmiles? Like you one of the first names that come out of anybody's mouth. Like at this point, you got a responsibility to just do better.
But I want y'all to see what is, if you think about the energy, and y'all know we talked about energy back in Winter Wednesday. Look at the energy. It's a lot of energy that's pushing people down not to become great. Think about it. Think about the energy and what we seeing and what we hearing. People feeling down, and it's designed, y'all. Come on, we gotta get out of that. We gotta get out of that. We gotta push through some energy. We gotta birth what's need to be happening. We gotta connect with people that need us. Yeah. Either way, we got to do it. I'm telling you, we talked about the energy and how when your energies is getting low, it's because y'all have been distracted and you allow other energy to push your power down. Plug up. It's time to re-up. You the plug, it's time to re-up.
Yep.
Time to plug into a socket and re-up. And power that birth and birth what you got to do.
No,
go ahead.
No, I said you ain't allowed to read in my comment. People, I get motivated when I think about how I can break my generational curse by going to college and becoming the leader that I'm already am.
Yes. And just think about the legacy you'll have for your children and your great-grandchildren and your grandchildren. Think about that. But we're going to change that motivate. We're going to say you get disciplined. Because now we understand what motivated means. So we're going to get disciplined because this is going to be amazing. This is something that you breaking strongholds off your families. Yeah. And people don't understand strongholds are real. Everything that your family couldn't achieve and think about achieving, if you don't do it, it won't happen. It's going to be in the grave. Somebody got to pick it up. So yeah, we got it. We had so much fun. I ain't even realize we was on here for almost an hour. That's what I'm talking about.
I know, yo. I know.
I can do this all day.
This is crazy. We only got what, like 10 more minutes. That's crazy.
Yes. Get y'all comments in. Come on, y'all pushing my energy up. Y'all pushing me and get me disciplined.
I know that's
right. I can't even use motivated no more.
I know that's right.
Once you know better, you do better. So let me say. Maybe answer number. We had a lot. But when we go back on anxiety, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's things that you could do to really get your mindset out of anxiety. But it takes work. You know, you got to start looking at apps that really just address anxiety that you could put on your phone. These smartphones, I'm telling y'all, it's some things you be like, what, you could do that? Like they monitor your sleep. And then you wake up and it tells you if you was having anxiety thoughts when you sleep. Like it's so much things that you could do, but you got to put the work in. You got to research because like Joni said, can't wait for us to do everything. It's no way it's impossible for us to do that. You have to do the work on you to become a better you. And you can't just wear the mask on Wednesdays and Thursdays because you're going to get confused one day when we see you on the weekend.
Ha! On a Saturday at the studio.
Exactly. We're like, who is that?
Exactly.
They don't come to Wednesdays. I don't know who this is.
Exactly.
Like, come on, I want you to be you all the time. I know how it is, you know, growing up in certain environments and then you get another place and you have to switch up. Believe me, I lived on public road and raised all my life in an environment where all we know was what we saw. And then when I met other people that was outside of that mindset, I had to kind of switch up because then I had to figure out how I fit in with them. And then when I realized and got deeper who I was, I just need to be who I am. It don't matter who accept me.
Exactly.
Don't matter where you come from. Because we all have our own things. But distractions will let you feel like you got to be a certain way. You got to talk a certain way. You got to look a certain way for success. That's a lie. Joni taught us that because you see what she wear every day. She go everywhere with that outfit on.
Hey, yo, right?
So that's right there showed me a whole different level of display that you can be you all the way around no matter where you at. So we can let that myth go, okay? Because we got somebody that wear Jordans in a sweatsuit and anyway, she don't care if she with the president. So we know that looks different nowadays. And it's about knowing who you are. And that's what I'm charging y'all with. This week, figure out who you are, what you like, how you want to dress. You know, because I'm going to tell you one thing when we talk about bullying. When people start saying that you love yourself, it attracts them to a certain way where they'll leave you alone. They're like, oh, wait a minute, something different. They walking different. You got to start with you. You can't allow these voices in your head to make you feel and create these titles of you that you broken and you nothing. No, they just titles. They just words. They don't even fit with who you are. We call them descriptions of the enemy. Yeah. That's not who we are. So, you know, I'm really want to just us to really work on us. Like, don't worry about what the camera says. Don't worry about what Instagram says. Don't worry about what TikTok doing or TikTok, whatever it is. Even though I might do one, but I don't mean that I'm over there doing it all the time. Okay.
Yeah, but you on top of your business though.
Yeah.
Like, you still working. You ain't just TikTok and going to sleep, TikTok and going to sleep.
Right. You know, but and listen, y'all, it is a process too. I don't want y'all to think when you get older that it gets easier. No, it's still hard. I still got to work on myself every day because I ain't the same person I was last month. Mm-hmm. And it takes time though. And one thing that Joni said that I should have really talked about was grace, giving yourself grace. Because sometimes we beat our own self up, right? Where we get in the dumps like I should have did that. Dang, I feel bad. But come on, give yourself grace and pick up. Yeah. That's one thing about life. You get chances to do things better. So just work on you. I had another agenda, but see how the energy works. It got me thinking about something else. Because it's definitely about us just alignment, legacies, how we push through. What happened when you leave? I want you to leave with that. If I die today, what people gonna say? Are they gonna have a party for me, or they gonna look like I just left the world? That's what we need to think about. Or you just gonna be another person on the shirt, and then we don't hear from that. We don't hear your shirt or see your shirt no more unless they washing it.
Hey, yo, that's real though.
That's real. Think about how many funerals you go to and everybody got shirts on, and then you don't see it no more. And the next thing you know, you're like, oh, that's the shirt I ain't wearing in a while to be all messed up. Is that the legacy you want?
That's
or
real.
You want a legacy? I went to this boy's funeral the other day, and he was 20-something years. His funeral was a party to the point it stuck in my mind, and all they talked about was how great he was. That's a legacy. Yeah. That means every time I think about what's going on in the world, I think about him, what he done. But with the shirts that I know that people have, I don't even, and the obituaries, I don't even look at them no more. Because there ain't nothing else to talk about. They had a nice obituary. That was nice. Oh, that was a nice shirt. But I don't got nothing else to say. Oh, his name was Tay-Tay.
Yeah. That's exactly what me and Miss Mo was talking about this morning. We were talking about legacies, and she had asked me the question, and I'm just all like, I want my legacy to live inside of people. I want somebody still living to be able to say, because of Miss Joni, because of HeartSmiles, I was able to do this, or I was able to accomplish that, even if it's no more than like 1 or 2 people. But I need my legacy to live through other people.
That's how it works. Because that's how I feel. I want mine to live through other people. And I want them to remember, it was like, even when I was down, Miss England still loved me and she helped. And she taught me and gave me tools to send off to other people. Because we got to do it as a community. Once I get it, I needed to teach 10 other people. Them 10 other people got to do 10 more people. Then them 10 people do 10 more people. Then now we healing a community. We rebuilding a whole community. That's what this is about. This ain't just for y'all. You was just the one that was assigned to the live, energy-wise. But this is definitely for the community around y'all. So again, today was about your legacy and what do you want people to think when you leave Earth? What do you want them to leave with? Joni, you got any last thoughts?
My last thought is hold yourself accountable. Stop accepting this mediocrity. I know that Rona has pretty much kind of taken over the world, but don't let it take over you. Don't let it take over your mind. Don't let it take over your goals. Don't let it take over your dreams and your hopes and the things that you need to get done. If anything, use this as an additional platform to further your success. Use this as an additional platform to further create the things that you would like to create. And if you get stuck, you already know where you can come. It ain't like we ain't here. Miss England just said it. We were here pretty much all day from 10 to 3. Y'all know how much time that is? How much energy that takes to be able to do that? But this is why we here. So use your resources. Don't be dumb about that. But hold yourself accountable and don't just be standing there with your hand out, man. Do something. And if the people around you ain't helping you, remove yourself immediately. And get around some people who will help you, because right now, more than ever, having a team and having a support system is really what's going to, push people out and through into their version of success.
I totally agree. And one thing too that came to me when you was talking is get out your head that nobody don't want to listen and you don't want to be a burden. I just felt that in my head, like people thinking like, ain't nobody gonna listen. I don't want to be a burden. No, that's just the enemy talking so you won't get what you need to be successful.
Yeah.
Start, and when you know that you need something or you know you need support, don't sit there and think about it. Just pick up the phone. Thinking too hard won't get you nowhere. Because I bet you be like, I don't want to waste my time, or they too Majoni and I'm too busy. Ain't nobody too busy. We ain't got nothing else to do. Hit us up. Hit Joni up. She got the resources. What she don't have, she will figure it out. Yeah. I'm telling you, we here for you guys. Absolutely. And it's all nothing but love. And the person that talked about resources, I will be sending Joni a list of resources so she can send out to so that she can send out to people. And I'm talking about just little stuff to do. It's time. So John, we keep going or do we have the whole hour?
No, we good. We at the hour.
Oh, all right. So we can keep going.
Huh?
Oh no, we stop.
We done.
Oh, okay.
All we right. Off the clock.
Okay. I love y'all.
Yeah.
day. Change your strongholds. Leave your legacy. Let me know what you need. You know how to get to me. Right now, my IG is Nelly on a Mission. Facebook, Chanel England. It will change. Joni keep laughing at my name. But if y'all need me, I'm here. Always go through Joni. Love y'all.
Man, yes. Thank you so much, Miss England. All right, that's it. Winning Wednesday. We'll see y'all again next Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Thank you, Miss England.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You did good.